Hey there, Warriors fans. You and I know that the trade deadline is looming, and guess what? The buzz is real. Seriously, this just happened! The Dubs are eyeing two game-changing players who could elevate our squad back to championship glory. With the playoffs around the corner, it's time to get excited about the potential of bringing in a superstar who can complement Steph Curry. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's unfolding. If you love this team as much as I do, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. Hey Warriors fans, today we need to talk about some seriously sensational news that could change the course of our season. As you know, our beloved Golden State Warriors have been exploring big trade moves to bolster our roster before we dive into the playoffs. And let me tell you, one of the biggest names on the radar is none other than Jimmy Butler. Can you imagine Stephen Curry and Jimmy Butler teaming up? That's a duo that could make us a real contender for the NBA Finals. Now, I confess, I have my doubts about our current situation. Sure, we just pulled off a solid win against the Memphis Grizzlies, 121-113, even without Curry. But if we're being real, doubts linger about whether we have what it takes to compete for a championship this year. The addition of Dennis Schroeder has been a nice boost, but we might still be a piece or two short of being back at the top of the mountain. That's where the likes of Butler and Miles Turner come in. Let's dive into Butler first. The Miami Heat star is in a bit of a tough spot right now. He recently served a 7-game suspension, and there's some tension brewing between him and the Heat's management, especially with Pat Riley. Both sides seem ready for a change, and you can bet the Warriors are licking their chops at the opportunity to snag him. Butler's ability to deliver when the pressure is on is exactly what we need. With stats like 17.6 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 4.7 assists per game this season, he's not just a scorer. He's a complete player who can defend and lead. Remember that epic finals run we had? Are we experiencing something similar now, where we need that clutch performer to step in? Now, let's not forget about Miles Turner. He could address our needs in the front court perfectly, averaging 15.3 points, 7.1 rebounds, and 2.1 blocks per game. He's a true rim protector and a floor spacer who can stretch the defense. Imagine him defending the paint while Curry and Draymond Green operate more freely. That's a game changer. Plus, his 39.1% shooting from three-point range fits right into our pace and space style. It's like he was made for our system, but here's the kicker. If we want to land Turner, the price might be steep. We're looking at giving up young talents like Jonathan Kuminga and Brandon Podziemski, along with a future first-round pick. This raises some serious questions about our long-term depth and development. Do we risk our future for a shot at glory now? It's a tough call. As we weigh our options, we have to think about what's more important: the immediate impact of adding a star like Butler or Turner, or holding onto our assets for the long haul. Butler brings scoring and leadership, while Turner shores up our defense and shooting. I really want to hear your take on this. Do you agree? Was this the best decision for the team's future? Wow, what a roller coaster of emotions we're riding after that game against the Grizzlies. We secured a crucial 121-113 victory, but the aftermath has left me feeling a bit uneasy. Jonathan Kuminga, our young star who was just starting to shine, suffered a significant ankle injury that could change everything for our team. I can't help but feel for him. He was on fire, averaging over 24 points in his last 6 games. This was his moment to break out, and now it feels like the rug has been pulled out from under us. I confess I have my doubts about how this will impact our trade plans. Reports were swirling that Kuminga might not be considered untouchable as we approach the trade deadline, and now, with him likely sidelined for a while, teams are going to think twice about trading for an injured player. It's a shame because he was really coming into his own, and we were all excited to see where he could take us. Remember that epic finals run a couple of years back? Are we experiencing something similar now, where injuries throw a wrench into our playoff aspirations? But it's not all doom and gloom. Kyle Anderson is stepping up in Kuminga's absence, and he played nearly 22 minutes against the Grizzlies, including a crucial 10 minutes in the fourth quarter. I mean, how great was it to see his versatile impact on the court? 7 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, and 2 blocks. He was doing it all. It's like he's the unsung hero we didn't realize we needed. And here's where. It gets interesting. Anderson's value just skyrocketed. His $8.8 million contract could still play a big role if the Warriors decide to make a move. But talk about a shift in dynamics. It's tough to trade someone who's suddenly integral into the team, especially when he was on the trading block just a few games ago. Steve Kerr even said it himself. Thank goodness we have the depth to cope with these injuries. Let's not forget the buzz around Nikola Vucevic from the Bulls. The Warriors are reportedly interested, and with Anderson, Gary Payton II, and Kevon Looney's contracts potentially in play, we might see some action before the February 6th deadline. This is sensational. But what does that mean for our future? Are we making the right calls here, or are we risking too much? I want to hear from you, Warriors Nation. Do you agree with the potential moves? Was this the best decision for the team? The landscape of the league is always shifting, and we have to stay sharp. Let's keep the conversation going. I really want to hear your opinions in the comments. And of course, don't forget to like, share, and hit that bell so you don't miss any of the latest updates. We're in this together, and I can't wait to see how this all unfolds.